Good evening, gentle people. So today we're working on, I don't remember what I named this car, so it can't be that important. But we're going to be changing the intake tubes. So I have an intake system from this company called MST Performance, and they decided to upgrade their intake system from a version 1 to a version 2. And the only difference is the tubes. So they got stupid people like me to spend money on the upgrade kit, which was $180, and this ain't nothing but some holes. God. So as you can see, I took off the engine cover. Now I'm taking out these little tubes here. Get you a better idea of what I'm doing. So the main difference between these guys, as you can see, if you look at the factory tube, you see that it's small and gets big, and there's a big size variation. Mercedes design perspective is focused on performance, but more importantly, comfort and quietness. If you look at this tube compared to the factory tube, you see that this one is just fat and round. Its purpose is to shove as much air into the turbo as possible, purely performance oriented. I just wanted to show you guys something with the factory tube. Remember what I said about this, how it keeps the engine quiet? If you look on the other side, you see vent holes. And what happens is, when the diverter valve in the turbo open, the air rushes back up. That's when you would hear that whoosh sound. But you don't hear that on this car because the air rushes in here and muffles. And that's what keeps it quiet. That goes to show you how much Mercedes is willing to sacrifice power for comfort. Because the air filter is trying to suck in air, and it has to fill up this void before the air could even make it inside of the engine. That's for that. So I've actually been meaning to take this intake system apart for a while now, because ever since I put the system in, I took out the heat shields. But ever since I put this intake in, I've been getting check engine lights every so often. And I knew it was related to the intake, but I've been busy as ever and I didn't want to take it apart. And now I actually have a reason to. But looking deeper, you see that little green thing? That's actually the seal for this pressure sensor. And because the seal is not inside doing its job sealing, it's letting air out, and this is throwing signals to the engine computer and causing my check engine lights. So I'm happy I found out the cause, and now I can fix it. I got the filter out, and taking a closer look at the sensor, it's pretty bad. It's not sealing at all. Now, I do think that I didn't put it in as perfect as I could, but I don't think it was like this the whole time. I think after driving hard and the vibration, I think it pushed itself out of there. And I might have to like grease the seal so that it goes down nice and flush this time. Yeah. I don't feel like going to go source grease, so I'll show you a magic trick. Open the oil cap, dab some oil, rub it on the seal, rub it in here, problem solved. See that? No green. I mean, it's in there good, nice and flush. It's all in now. The only difference is the little ducts that go here to there don't fit because of the tubes, but I was still able to get the engine cover on, so let's go for a test ride to see how it sounds and performs. Now remember, the check engine light is on from before because of the sensor, and I haven't cleared the fault yet, but either way, here's how it revs. See what sport mode sound like. Wow, that was actually a big difference. I wasn't expecting much, but that little air flap thing was holding back a lot. This thing builds boost so much faster now. And you gotta make sure nothing's broken. Everything looked like it's still intact. You can hear the water pump still going because yeah.